This episode is brought to you by ElevateOS, the only all-in-one community operating system. ElevateOS transforms property management, combining resident engagement, reservations, rent payments, maintenance, and concierge services into a single super app. It also uniquely integrates access control, intercoms, package lockers, and thermostats, eliminating app fatigue and redefining modern apartment living. Visit elevateos.com/MMN for a free demo and see how they can help you level up your operations. Welcome to another episode of the Multifamily Collective. I want to cap this series, the Thereby series I've been doing, by giving one more shout out to Old Fashioned Leadership. This is a book, Lessons from the Patio. This was written by David Woods and Brent Douglas. Still hoping to have them on the podcast very soon. This is such a fantastic book. It's like 50 lessons. They break down 50 lessons of leadership. I think it's 51 lessons. We're drawing specifically from lesson number 6. The only thing we've been talking about these past sort of 40 episodes, 30 episodes, I don't know how many other, 25, 26 episodes, is all out of chapter 6. And it's all, to give you context, they sat down, I think one of the authors sat down with a group of CEOs, and they kind of came up, they asked the question, like, what are the problems in your business? And there's sort of this through line or thematic of people being really tired, really fatigued. And so they dug into that, and they gave a list of all the things that provide fatigue or cause fatigue in them. And it's all about people. And so we've broken down all of those traits. We've taken the breakdown that they created, and we've talked about those as it relates to the multifamily business. The last one that we're going to talk about is victim mentality in your organization. The behavior of victim mentality. The person who is blame casting all of the time. So if a team misses their KPIs, on the property management side, on the corporate side, whatever, if they miss the KPIs, it's everybody else's fault, except for the person who is now casting themselves in the role of victim. Very low ownership. That's another way of saying there's very low ownership in their responsibilities toward that effort, toward that end of creating the outcomes. And one of my favorite terms, somebody said this one time and I just loved it. It is the energy vampire. The victim behavior in an organization is like an energy vampire. It just comes in and just sucks all the energy out of the organization. This is the behavior that is always resistant to change. No matter what, even if the change is like, we're going to make the sun come out 365 days a year and it's going to be like 68 degrees, not a cloud in the sky ever, they will find a way. Just find a way to make that something that's happening to them. It's a behavior that says that sunny day is just hurting my feelings. So justify everything. Everything has a justification that goes along with it. No matter what they might do, no matter what behavior is demonstrated in the organization, whether it be good outcome, medium outcome, bad outcome, if you dare question, they're going to just justify everything. Everything's justified. You just get constant excuses for everything. No ownership. Never take ownership for anything. Always the martyr. They're always a martyr in your organization. So the victim mentality in an organization will just suck the life out of an organization. People that demonstrate this victim mentality, it's just how they take energy. It's how they recharge the batteries, right? It's a behavior that exists in a way to validate that behavior in them and who they are. Now, listen, this particular thing in an organization, we talked about entitlement last time, we talked about victim mentality, these are hardcore concerns and issues in an organization. And these individuals, God bless them, God love them. There's something there that at some point they will take ownership for. You may or may not be the person that has come into their life to help them recognize and understand that they possess these behaviors and that they demonstrate these behaviors and they exude these behaviors around other people and that they drag organizations down. They just don't see it. They can't see it. They're incapable of seeing it. And you may not be the person that's going to take the scales off the eyes, so to speak. You're not going to be the one that takes the earplugs out. You're not going to be the one that penetrates the psyche and helps this individual get out of this sort of an entitlement behavior. And you're not going to be the person that helps them get out of a victim mentality behavior in your organization. The thereby is if you don't, that victim mentality behavior in an organization will just suck the life out of the company. The juxtaposition is if you're able to teach and coach and mentor and train that individual, help them dig down deep, you're not going to do that work. You're going to help them find people to do that work for them, help them do that work. They have to carry their own backpack. Somebody gave me this analogy one time. You can't take other people's backpack and put it on yourself because you already have a backpack and you're trying to make your way through the world. You can't carry two backpacks. You can, but it's exhausting. Your job is not to take that person's backpack. Your job is to put the backpack back on them, help them find a resource to get themselves out of that mentality, out of that rut, out of those behaviors that just bring others down and ultimately, frankly, brings them down. At some point, it brings them down. Those behaviors just do that. So my encouragement to all of you leaders out there in the world of property management, in the world of multifamily, pick up this book, Old Fashioned Leadership. These are 51 super simple lessons. There's nothing in here that is like, it's not textbook. These are great stories, simple concepts, easy to imbue in your mind and easy to do, easy to exercise, easy to put into your leadership style, easy to put in your management style, easy to install in your organization. Pick it up, read it. I took the time to read it over 50 days because I only read one lesson a day. But you could read this book in probably a couple hours. You fast readers out there probably read it in under an hour, but it's good. A lot of great lessons in here. So I hope that I can have these guys on. If we get them on, we're gonna try to buy 10 of their books and we're gonna try to give them away. Or we're not gonna try. I'm just gonna give them away. But I really encourage you to pick it up. And I hope that the Thereby series has been very helpful to you. And thereby makes your organization better, not to mention yourself. Take care. Talk to you again soon.